Hi, my name is Pooja and I'm presently working in Bangalore, India. My topic is Inclusive Education Frameworks and Models of Indian School. The whole idea of presentation is basically to inform what is going on in Indian scenario, what kind of inclusive models and inclusive schools are presently working. So, when I'm talking about inclusive education, the first question it comes up is what is inclusion? And when I'm talking about inclusion, I'm not only talking about children with special needs, but also children coming from different ethnic and religious minority, economic weaker section, migrant laborers, nomadic and denotified tribes, and also with children who are bright, who are exceptionally bright. So when we talk about different models, we go by this, the first picture, as we can see, where we do not include anybody in the class or in the same pedagogical process. That's exclusion. And the second picture shows segregation, which is the usual process, which happens in the education scenario. Integration and inclusion is the most modern um, method of education, which is quite a paradigm shift for education systems to include and serve all children. And when I am talking about inclusion in school, it means that where each and every child is a participant in the learning process with the supports they require to succeed. And why do I need inclusion? Because it's my right. As I have earlier mentioned, that it includes children with different backgrounds, different needs, different abilities, and also different languages. Because in Indian classroom is quite heterogeneous, and it's not only the different needs, but also the psycho-social and emotional backgrounds. So this is a quick chart to see that the population of children with disabilities and types of disabilities, sourced from All India Survey of out of school children aged 6 to 13 years. As we can see that multiple disability is 10%, visual disability is 13%, speech disability 13%, mental disability 18, hearing disability 8%, and orthopedic motor 38%. When I'm talking about multiple disability, it means the child is not only suffering from one type of disorder but also another. So let's say if a child with let's say autism is also non-verbal and also not able to communicate. Misconceptions about inclusive education. It's not exactly just giving the space to a child in a classroom. It is basically how am I going to adapt and accommodate the child in the learning process in the class. So this is basically a policy framework where I've tried to reach how Indian education system has included inclusion as an important advocate in the system. So it all started from 86th constitutional amendment in 2002, where it is now a fundamental right under the Article 21A of Constitution that each and every child should be given free and compulsory education. But in the inclusion, it's not yet fully covered in the from the policy. So the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, which is the national education initiative to help realize the universal elementary education policy, it describes the education placement of child with special needs and state that as far as possible every child with special needs should be placed in regular schools with needed support services. So it is a directive and it is still under process, where each and every child would be given appropriate environment till the age of 18 years. When I'm talking about the models of inclusion, we definitely draw from the educational psychologists Brunner and Vygotsky, where they talk about the role of social environment placing in the education system. So we talk about scaffolding and zone of proximal development, where how the peer and the teacher can help the child to in guided learning, collaboration, and cooperative learning. And when we talk about spiral curriculum, which is devised by Brunner, he talks that each any concept can be made and be can be educated or can be made clear in an honest form It doesn't matter if you are teaching a child from grade 1 or to grade 5. If the concept is given in a scaffolded manner, in a spiral curriculum way, then each and every concept can be explained carefully. uh, Pedagogical practices and learning outcomes. So, differentiated instruction, I have tried to explain these two terms because I have used it in the models where I'm talking about the different model A and B. Differentiated instruction means when a class teacher is conducting a class and she's giving instruction, so she, being an inclusive teacher of the classroom, is going to differentiate her instructions, or she is going to simplify the instruction to each and every child, or to the child with special needs. So it won't be same, or it won't be utopian. Adaptation means when I am doing a concept and I know that there is a child with dyslexia, there is a child with Down syndrome, so I am going to change the concept according to the child's level of understanding. So this is Model A, which is a Delhi-based private school. It's affiliated from CBSE, and the type of education is co-education, and medium of instruction is English. So this school follows both integration and inclusion, where they have a separate setup for children with severe disabilities whom they cannot collaborate, or they cannot enroll in the classroom. So they have within a school a setup which falls from integration and also inclusion, because they do have children in classrooms who have difficulties, but they are catered within the same platform. So it caters to children who cannot follow classroom curriculum. So it is drawing from two models, and it provides support with differentiated curriculum and assisted by special educator, and separate IEPs given to each and every child. And when I talk about Model B, it is a Bangalore-based international school. It's affiliated by International Board. It is also a co-education school, and the medium of instruction is English. Now, this Model B draws heavily upon from inclusion. It doesn't give a separate space to a different set of students. It provides classroom support and adapted curriculum. The major part is that the differentiated instruction is used by the class teacher. So there is a special educator who's providing class support, differentiated and adapted assessment, but also the class teacher's role is important here. And they do have separate IEP, which is individualized educational plan, if required, because in the class the support is given, and if the special educator is helping the child, and if the curriculum is adapted curriculum, then there is no need for IEP. So when we see Model A and Model B, so when we talk about similarities, so yes, both of them are English medium school. They do provide class support with the help of a special educator. They do have differentiated curriculum and assessment. And differences, when we talk about, it's affiliated to different boards. It functions on different model, because Model A is integration and inclusion, and Model B draws from inclusion. The role of class teacher is more evident in Model B than Model A, and different kinds of class support is provided, where we can see that it is based on the child's need in Model B and Model A. Differentiated curriculum and assessment in both Model A and Model B.